Alright, what it is, people, it's your boy I Grind Yu-Gi-Oh! We are back with another deck profile, and this time we have a top 4 regional Kashtira deck profile. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. We are past 1,000 subscribers, live streams every Saturday, so make sure y'all keep checking everything out. But let's get into the deck profile. So the deck profile, we have 3 Kashtira Ephemera. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You're going to use each of the following effects of Kashtira Ephemera once per turn. During your main phase, you can add 1 Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. When this card declares an attack, or if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, banish it face down. So play 3 of these. This card right here is one of the most generic cards that you can add in almost any deck to make it really good. So, and you know, it just interacts with everything. If your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish a card they control face down every turn. Your turn, their turn, once per turn. It's crazy. Then we play 3 Kashtira Unicorn. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You're going to use each of the following effects of Kashtira Unicorn once per turn. During your main phase, you can add 1 Kashtira spell from your deck to your hand. When this card declares an attack, or if your opponent activates a monster effect, except during damage step, you can look at your opponent's extra deck, and if you do, banish 1 monster from it face down. So we play 3 Kashtira Unicorns. Then we play 2 Kashtira Rise Hearts. If you control a Kashtira monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except XC monsters. During your main phase, if this card is no more special summoned this way, you can banish 1 Kashtira card from your deck except Kashtira Rise Heart. Banish the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck face down, and if you banish any, this card's level becomes level 7. You're going to use each of the following effects of Kashtira Rise Heart once per turn. Then we play 1 Kashtira Ogre. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You're going to use each of the following effects of Kashtira Ogre once per turn. During your main phase, you can add 1 Kashtira Trap from your deck to your hand. When this card declares an attack, or if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can excavate the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck, banish 1 excavated card face down, and place the rest on top of the deck in the same order. Then we play 1 Kashtira Scareclaw. This card right here is really helpful. It gets over a lot of cards that have like little pesky effects that you don't want to trigger, or cards that are unaffected by activated effects. This card right here will get you to get over certain cards. So during your main phase, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, banish 1 Kashtira or Scareclaw card from your hand or graveyard. You can only use this effect of Scareclaw Kashtira once per turn. This card can attack while face up in defense position. If it does, apply its defense for damage calculation. If your Kashtira or Scareclaw monster battles an opponent's monster, that opponent monster effects are negated until the end of this turn. So it's pretty good. We play 3 Ash Blossom Joy Spring, the most generic hand trap in the game. 3 Dimension Shifter, maybe one of the best hand traps in the game. If you have no cards in your graveyard, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Until the end of the next turn, any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. One of the most powerful cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! As of right now. 2 Droller Lockbirds. Droller is definitely trying to come back in the format. You got the Mochamis and things like that, so people want to stop those and stop your opponent from getting draw power. So if a card is added from the main deck to your opponent's hand except during the draw phase, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. For the rest of the turn, cards cannot be added from either player's main deck to the hand. Crazy. 2 Mochami Perelia. Basically draw power. This is for a normal summon. Every time your opponent with normal or special summon a monster from the hand, you draw a card immediately. 3 Pressure Planet Race Off. This card right here is basically another starter. It's just 1 card combo. Especially, you know, just grab the Unicorn grab Theosis for a combo from there. Also, you gain 100 attack/defense for each attribute on the field for both yours and your opponent's, which is crazy. And if you activate Kashtira Shangri-La, you can destroy a face-up card on the field. Or you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it, so it doesn't have to be face-up. 2 Kashtira Theosis. Target 1 Kashtira monster you control, special summon 1 Kashtira monster with a different attribute from your deck in defense position. Also, for the rest of the turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monster from your extra deck except XC monsters. If this card is banished, you can target one of your banished Kashtira cards except Kashtira Theosis added to your hand. Then we have 3 Kashtira Birth. You can normal summon level 7 monsters without tributing. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 of your non-XC Kashtira monsters that is banished from your graveyard. If your opponent activates a spell or effect and you control a Kashtira monster, you can target 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard, banish them face down. You can only use each effect of Kashtira Birth once per turn, so play 3 of those. 2 Dark Ruler No More, 1 Triple Tactics Thrust, 1 Triple Tactics Talents, 1 Terraforming, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Pot of Prosperity, and 3 Evenly Match, and 2 Infinite Impermanence for the 40 card main deck. So basically this is a Kashtira deck with, you know, somewhat hand traps, and also you want to play the tactics package in here with a lot of normal spells and traps. So let's get into the extra deck. Extra deck, we play 2 Divine Arsenal Zeus's, 1 Superstar Slayer Typhon, 1 Kashtira Shangri-La, just 1 is really interesting, 1 Dark Arm, the Dragon of Annihilation, 1 number 28 Titanic Moth, so you got attack directly with this card, 1 number 11 Big Eye, 1 Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack, 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal, 1 Sword Soul Sovereign Chain Ying, 2 Link Spiders, 1 G Golem Crystal Heart, 1 Deco Talker Heat Soul, and 1 Access Code Talker. So we play the Heat Soul package in here. Side deck, 1 Lava Golem, 3 Ghost of Spooky Dogwood, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 3 Dark Hole, 2 Power Filter, 1 Dimensional Barrier, 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance, and 1 Skill Drain. So that concludes this deck profile. This is the top 4 Kashtira deck profile for the St. Peter's Regional. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. This is your boy Yu-Gi-Oh! We out.